Hi, I'm Kenneth WAJDA. I'm a professional photographer here in Colorado, and welcome to another one of my photography talks. Today I want to talk about gear, specifically a lens that you can find pretty inexpensively. I found this for $70 at a used junk shop, and it wasn't a photography store, it was more of an antique junk shop. But it's a Tamron 500mm f8 lens, and it's got an adaptable mount, which means you can change the mount from what mount is on it, because you could change the mount and make it so it would work for Nikon or Canon or Minolta or Pentax. This one has a Nikon mount on it. For 70 bucks, I was able to get a lens, 500mm f8. I can shoot extremely long distance with this. If you're putting it onto a micro 4/3 camera, digital camera say, you'd have 1000mm because it's a smaller sensor, only uses the center of the frame. But a 500mm f8, and it has a macro focus. So not only can I shoot things far away, but I can shoot things that are maybe 15, 20, 30 feet away. What's the minimum on this? It'll shoot down to actually 6 feet away. So that's amazing that you could shoot a flower and fill the frame from 6 feet away with a 500mm lens. Mirror lenses are known, they have no aperture. So they just have a straight f8. They're not terribly fast, but they're very light because they're mirrors inside instead of actual glass elements. So the mirrors in it make it so that it's very small and lightweight. And the fact it's a straight f8, you'll always be shooting this lens at f8. But that's okay because you're probably going to want to put it on some kind of a tripod or stabilize it, because 500 of a 500mm lens is going to accentuate any camera movement. So you really have to shoot at the fastest shutter speeds you have or stabilize. And this lens will give you access to things. You'll be able to literally shoot the other side of the street in close-up that you could not get without going there. You can shoot details of car parts or fronts of stores or anything that you want from a distance, just because of the sheer ability of this to draw things into where you are, even if you're far away. And I like, there's a quality of the out of focus areas that spots of light will turn into circles, and out of focus things will tend to have circular objects around them. It'll look like little circles all in the background. That's the quality of that mirror lens and the way that mirror lens works. That's where the little circles come from. So if you see that, don't think there's anything wrong. That's just the way a mirror lens works. But they're a fun, inexpensive, super long lens. If you were going to shoot birds, you probably can't even go out with less than a 500mm. This is the kind of lens for cheap. It's manual focus. It's only manual focus. Put it on a tripod, take your time. You can shoot the moon, you can shoot stars, you can shoot, well, maybe not stars, but the moon. And you can certainly get close to things that otherwise would be far away in the distance, probably on private land sometimes. Like there's this great neighbor of mine who's got old cars, and I can fill a frame with his old cars without having to access his property. So I like it. It's a 500mm f8 Tamron lens. Manual focus, made with different mounts. This has the Nikon adaptable mount. Get a mount for whatever kind you need. If it comes with one mount, you can always change it out and use it with a Nikon body down the road if you're not using Nikon at the moment. All right, that's today's photography talk. If you're enjoying these, hit the subscribe button. I'll bring you some more. Thanks so much for watching.